Hello, my friends, and happy Friday. Welcome to episode 248 of Why Did I Buy This? This is a series that helps you learn how to use craft supplies, either that you have in your collection or you would like to add to your collection, just to get the most out of it. I'm here for your inspiration and to share with you just things that I'm working on in my studio. I love sharing techniques and craft ideas, and I love that you like to tune in. So as you're tuning in, please say hello and let me know where you're tuning in from. If you're watching the replay, you can let me know that too. If you're watching on YouTube, thanks for joining. Yeah, it's been a really crazy couple weeks. As you may have noticed, I did not go live over the last couple of weeks. And you can probably hear, I have been not well. I actually was in a pretty bad car accident last week. And that has triggered a lot of stress and neck trauma and a lot of downtime and a lot of appointments. So it's been a really weird couple of weeks. My car is not good and it was not a good situation. So anyway, London was in the car with me, which was terrifying. I took her to the vet the next day. They did a full checkup. She seems to be okay. Hopefully this won't trigger her autoimmune things. So we're just trying to keep things not stressful for her right now, which is good. So lots of snuggles, lots of sleeping, lots of sunshine. Those are the things that help both of us get better. But also, you might not know this about me, but I do have an autoimmune condition. So then stress like that triggers all sorts of things. So anyway, it was not a good week. So I'm really happy to be upright, and I'm happy that London and I are doing okay. I'm really working through all the therapies to try to get my neck and my back on track. And yeah, so stay safe, friends, because yeah, not paying attention. The person who hit me, I don't think was paying attention and hit me at full speed. Not great. So here I am, bringing some joy to myself in my studio, and now I'm going to share with you what I've been working on. There's lots of things coming up. We're in the halfway through the month of April when I'm filming this, and we have a new catalog coming out May 5th, which is super exciting. I love the new ink colors, love. With our new ink colors, we have new magnetic ink pads that are coming, which are phenomenal. I did a class this past weekend, and everybody was oohing and ahhing over how easy the magnetic ink pads are to use. I think you're gonna love them. If you're a demonstrator, you've already had time to order. We have a pre-order, and so that makes it really, really fun to be able to have those new products in hand. Today, I'm not going to be showing you new products, although I think I have a couple sneak peeks in there. But I am going to be showing you some last chance products. There's a bundle that I kind of forgot about, and you guys are gonna, I'm really excited to share what I made with it. So hello, Joanne. Hi, Tegan. Hi, Susan. Thanks for tuning in. Say hello. It's always nice when you guys talk back to me, because then I feel like I'm not talking to myself. We finally got sunshine. Oh my gosh, you guys, we got like 3 inches of snow this week. Spring is just doing its best to hold off a little while longer. It's really playing hard to get. So we're looking forward to some warmer temperatures here in Edmonton. And yeah, oh, thank you for sharing, Debbie. Yes, now's a great time to share this video with your friends. The more people who watch, the better it is for all of us. So thank you. I'm just gonna have one more slurp of coffee. It's that kind of morning. And then I'm gonna turn you around and show you what we're gonna be playing with. Oh, from Michigan. Hey, do you have snow in Michigan still? Cause gosh, like we're in full on winter looking time outside right now. Poor trees, poor birds. It's a little late even for us. So I'm gonna do the awkward transition while I'm waiting for your answer there. Okay. So I'm going to just lock you into my stand here. Yeah, you can see I still have a bit of a cough, but I am feeling much better from oh, come on now. Why is this doing that? Sorry. I'm feeling better from a illness perspective. Still working on my body. Okay, so as a reminder, if you love this series, wherever you are in the world, you can participate in a VIP club. This is called the Why Did I Buy This Maker Club. So this is where we're actually going to put your supplies into action. And each month, if you live in Canada or in the US, you'll get a curated maker box, and we will show you how to use that. These are not pre-cut projects. This is an inspiration club only. We want you to use your supplies, dig in, have fun, and have that creativity inspired. I partner with my pal Meg Loven of Loven Stamps, and so that's how come we can service both the US and Canada. So Canadian folks, you're gonna hang out with me, and Meg is going to send you the box from the US, and we work together and make the video together. So it is a live video, but you can go ahead and watch the replay if our timings don't work for you. So that's a great thing to do. It's only $35, including shipping if you live in Canada. My US friends, it's $28. And international folks, if you just want to participate in the club and not receive the curated kit, you can do that for $18 Canadian, $15 US. Okay, local friends, you live in Alberta, you need to come to the Make and Mingle Mega class. This is a really fun class that we have coming up. I have partnered with 2 other demonstrator friends, Lauren and Kelly. They're wonderful. They're on my team, and we're getting together May 23rd from noon until 4:30 p.m. at Crestwood Community Hall. It's just $65 for that mega class, and you have the option to add on the evening section of it, where we're going to have more make and takes and a poutine bar. If you're not from Canada, it's like fries with cheese curds and gravy, but you get to like decorate your poutine however you like. That'll be from 5 to 8 p.m. There's limited spots left. So if you've been thinking about it and you want to come, be sure to register ASAP because it is filling up. It's going to be an amazing class. My class schedule is now live for April through June. So if you are, again, local and would like to participate, you can go to my cloud9stampers.com website and you can find the this form here. And I have 2 virtual options. I have an April virtual option for the Snack, Stick, and Stamp class, and I have a virtual option for the Card Making 101. The Snack, Stick, and Stamp is April 25th, and Card Making 101 is June 17th. So reach out to me. You can reach out to me through Messenger in the comments, and I can send you the link for that. Okay. Sorry. Today is the last day, so until midnight tonight, this is Friday, March 17th, you can earn 2 times Stampin' Rewards on your orders. So with an account with Stampin' Up, just like when you sign into your account, you opt in to get rewards, and usually it's 10%, but for today is your last day, you're gonna get 20%. So this is a great time to be able to do that. And just a reminder, if you have an order that reaches $100, you have, you have the option to add on the product of the month. So this is April's product of the month. It's a die that cuts out these little eyelets, super detailed and beautiful. It's called the Eyelet Bloom die, and you can add it on for just $5. Now I wanted to give you a little tip. I was playing with this today, and what I found is the best thing you can do is flip your die over so that the cut parts are sticking up. You put your cardstock on top, you run it through your Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, and then all the little bits fall out real easy. Okay, last thing, I promise, and then we're gonna get to crafting. We have our registration period for our Paper Pumpkin subscription. Paper Pumpkin is a monthly craft kit that comes to your door. It's like a little surprise gifty that comes with usually cards in it. Usually there's about 9 projects that you can make. It comes with a stamp set, an ink spot, so that you have all the things that you need to be able to make the projects featured. And this one is a little sneak peek. It's got silver foil, and it's called Sparkling Celebrations. If you're a Tangled fan, or you have little ones in your life that are Tangled fans, the lanterns will make them smile, because if you know the storyline of Tangled, then I think that will give them a nice little like Tangled-esque kind of look. Okay, there we go, housekeeping done. So let me go ahead and get you going here on the project. So I'm going to bring in a piece of basic white cardstock, and we are going to bring in a bundle that is retiring. This bundle has really great dies as well as stamps. So when you buy it together, you get a discount, and I believe this one's on sale. So, excuse me, as you're doing your 2 times reward, this is what I would recommend, and that is that you go into the last chance section of the website and look around, because there's so much that's on sale as we transition between catalogs. Things leave so that things can come. And so lots and lots and lots of things are on sale. Some things are like 70 to 80% off. So now is a really good time to go in there and poke around. But this is one that I think you need to have if you don't have it already. You can see I've been playing with my dies. I love the artwork on this. It just is so beautiful. It's kind of like nothing we've ever had before. And then I love this. I'm going to show you how to use that. We've got sort of builder dies as well as things that cut out the stamped images. So lots of beautiful things to play with there. So let's go ahead and build a scene with our stamps. I'm going to bring in my coneflower stamp. I'm using Memento. Memento is retiring, and we do have some on the website. Let's flip this over. I would recommend getting that now before it runs out, because it will make your life a little easier to have a black ink pad. It's sort of our go-to neutral, right? Okay, so we've got our coneflower, and then we're going to bring in our stem. Okay, and then this is going to stamp. There's like a little spot right there, I think, Stampin' Up. So cool. Okay, so that's just a little area there. And then we're going to add the leaves. And I looked up coneflowers. Whenever I'm trying to color something, I do try to look it up and see, you know, what the colors are and like how the leaves would look. So the leaves are staggered on the stem. So you can just go ahead and add it on like that. And now we're going to do some coloring. Okay, so I'm so excited to show you how to do this. Okay, so I'm going to bring in, first of all, my Lemon Lolly, and I've got my blending brush here. And I'm just gonna go ahead and pick up some ink. I like to take off kind of the top layer, gives me a little bit more flexibility. And we're gonna go over top of that stamping that we did on the cone part of it. And you'll notice I don't care that we're going out of the lines. This is giving you kind of a chalky sort of look. Now I have a smaller blending brush, and I'm going to bring in my Calypso Coral. Now, this is something I wanted to show you. So we are changing our ink pads in 2027. We're going to be doing a full color refresh when that happens. But for now, our 5 newest in colors that will be released May 5th, those ones are going to be in our new magnetic ink pads, and they have felt. So here you can see I've got a foam ink pad, and my ink pads get a ton of use because I share them with all of you at classes. But you can see how the foam can get damaged over time from things like our blending brushes, right? And it's not something that you might see on your product because it's just you. But over time, you know, if I have multiple people who are doing it and maybe using a little more elbow grease, it's gonna pick it up. But the felt is much more durable. So that's one of the things that you can look forward to with our new style of ink pad. So here we've got our Calypso Coral, and I'm going to just try to keep it along the bottom of where that center of the flower is there. So again, we're not concerned that it's going out of lines, and you'll see why here in a minute. Okay, next I'm going to bring in fresh freesia. So I learned that coneflowers there's a lot of them that are purple, but they can be blue, and you can see them sort of in reds and pinks. So here I have fresh freesia, and we're going to go along the bottom, okay, and just keep going around in little circles. We're going to leave this, though, light. We're going to let that highlight sort of shine on the top leaves, okay, like that. And now I'm going to bring in my garden green. And garden green is going to be what we use on the leaves. So again, we're going to use the smaller brush because it just gives us a little bit more control because it's a smaller image. And we're going to do the leaves. You'll notice I'm not pressing really hard. I'm kind of keeping it soft. And then along the stem here, just like that. Okay, now here is where the magic happens. We have these watercolor pencils. This is the assortment 2, and it comes with all of the colors that are listed on the back, including garden green, and we're going to bring in the gorgeous grape. So I have my 2 watercolor pencils here, and what we're going to do is add in some shading. So I can see where the petals look like they're overlapping, and there's some that are in the background behind the top petals. So we're going to add our watercolor pencil, and because it's a watercolor pencil, you don't have to be exact about it, because it is going to, we're going to be adding in some of the well, I'll show you in a minute. We're going to be blending it out. So I'm just going to kind of follow some of these lines here, and we're going to create an illusion of really hard paint coloring that looks like it took a lot of effort. Okay, and we're going to take the garden green, and same thing. So I see where the leaf kind of flips up there. We're going to leave that lighter, but we're going to color in some darker spots along the veins here, and same thing down against the stem. Now, if you didn't want to blend it out, you'd just maybe color a little nicer, but it's just a nice way to be able to add in more texture. Okay, so now we're going to use a really old tool. This is called a blender pen. I've had these in my collection for 23 years, not this one specifically, but I've been using them for that long. In fact, my original demonstrator starter kit, you used to not be able to customize it, and so mine came with a set of blender pens because they were thought of as like a must-have foundational tool, and to this day I feel that way about them. So you'll notice I didn't color this out properly when I set this down. That's okay, but when you color it out, it now colors clear, so you can see that here. So now what I'm going to do is just pull it along where we have laid down that watercolor pencil. I'm going to color some off so we kind of start fresh, and I like to start at the lightest part and drag it into the darkest part. It just gives you, again, a bit more ability to sort of control where the pigment is going to be laid down. So I'm just dragging it along. We're smoothing out the texture from the watercolor pencils. And then you can see we've added in that little bit of extra coloring to make it look fun. So you can see there's the leaves. And now I'm going to do the petals. So again, I'm starting from the lightest part and dragging it down. Color off each time just so I don't accidentally add more purple up at the top than I want. Have you guys done this before with your watercolor pencils? Or maybe you don't even have them. Do you have watercolor pencils? They're easy to forget about in your collection. That's why in Why Did I Buy This? I like you to dig in and grab the things that you've invested in, and then pull it in with things that are current and new and on sale, so that you can have fun with your supplies. Okay, so we're gonna keep pulling that down where it's darker underneath, right? So I can now just kind of pull it up so it doesn't look so like there's an edge. Oh, I love blender pens. Just like that. Okay, beautiful. Okay, so here we go. So you can see that coming together. Now here is where something new is going to come into your collection. So buckle up. This is so exciting. If you're a demonstrator, you can buy this now. If you're a customer, May 5th. If you'd like to be able to shop the pre-order now, you can do that with your demonstrator starter kit. You could choose $165 worth of product. You'll only pay $135. There's no shipping or GST charged on that. So it's a really good savings. So this is the white gel pen. They come in a pack of 2. And what we're going to do here is add in some highlights. So we're going to make it look like we've got some light kind of shining off of these petals. So I'm going to do one along here. And then we're going to do one over here. I think because I just finished the blender pen, I'm going to have to be a little slower because it is wet. And so to grab on the wet it'll work better if you let it dry. So I'm just doing like a line and a couple dots. You don't have to do it exactly the same, like maybe 1, 2, or 3 dots. See what I mean? Doesn't that look cool? I am thrilled to have a white gel pen back in our collection. It really makes coloring look absolutely stunning. I'm just going to do a couple along the lines here. And the key with this is you want to hold it like on an angle. Up and down isn't going to work. You want it to be angled, and you kind of want to go a little bit slower. It'll just help it to catch on the paper well. And then I'm going to do a couple up here. Again, we're sort of highlighting bits of the coloring. Okay, there you go. Isn't that pretty? Oh, I love it. Okay, I wanted to show you another product that's on our last chance list. I'm sad about this one. This punch, I have gotten so much use out of. It is really, really wonderful. And what I love about it is you don't have to use it as the whole size. You can customize it to the size you want. So I'm bringing in this, and this is another thing I really enjoy about the Coneflower Celebrations bundle. It has a happy belated birthday. Because I don't know about you, but I almost never get cards to people on their actual birthdays. But that's because I'm constantly running behind. So you'll see what I'm doing is I'm just bringing it in slightly. I'm just trying to get it even. There we go. And so I'm not cutting it the whole thing. I'm just using it for a portion of it. So this punch works really, really well with that. And here I've got, this might be retired or on the last chance list. It's the Petunia Pop, but I'm going to use it because I really like the color with it. So I'm just going to go ahead and grab that ribbon. We're going to throw a little bit of adhesive on the back, and we're going to start with the ribbon off the edge, and we're going to wrap it up like that and back down and up like that. So now we can trim it to size. And now we're going to add it onto our project. I'm just going to grab my dimensionals. Did you guys miss me? Yeah, I had a couple of weeks where I couldn't get into my studio as much as I wanted. But that is the way it goes sometimes. Okay, happy belated birthday. And then I wanted to bring in these little bad boys. You can see I've used the whole sheet. This is the iridescent foil gems. And we're going to use our pokey tool and just add a little like dewdrop thing on the top. Okay, let me skip ahead now and show you the finished one. So when we, excuse me, when we add it onto the fresh freesia backdrop, you can see it's just such a pretty stamp. Like, I just think it is so fun to color, and with your blending brushes, it's an easy way to color, which is great. So if you love it, give me some hearts. Appreciate you. Okay, we're gonna move on to the dies now and play with those a little bit. So I did some heavy lifting ahead of time, and I cut out a bunch of things. And so let's play with those now and see how we can make a wow card. So this is like a PYP here, friends. If you don't know what that is, somebody in the comments, you can let your friends know. Okay, so the die does have one that cuts it like this, so it makes it into like a little mini card. So I'll just grab a bone folder and give that a press. And then I have cut 2 pieces here that we're going to layer so that it makes it look more robust. And what I'm going to do is bring in my Azure Afternoon, and we're going to use that blending brush. And again, we're just going to add it to the tips of the petals. because we want to give that impression of the light shining on top of the flower, kind of that way. And you can kind of make it so it's not so even across, so kind of drag up some pieces and leave some pieces. So this is going to be our top layer. And then our bottom layer, we want to bring that shading up even further. So we're going to go ahead and kind of drag it all the way down. This one's going to be behind, so you don't have to be as exact. Like here I gave a lot of different levels of color, but here we're kind of just dragging it all the way up. Okay. So now we're going to layer these together, and I'm going to use my Stampin' Seal for that. So I'm going to add some on to here and layer that onto our card. And then here, we're going to add it again, but we're going to kind of offset it. Ooh, look at that. I just ripped off a petal. Ow! It's okay. We'll fix it. Fix it in post. Okay, so this is going to go kind of like that. So this one we can just, nobody will be the wiser. Okay, lovely. So you can see all that fun texture coming through. So here I've cut out the centerpiece. There's a die for that. And I cut it out in yo-yo yellow. No, yo-yo yellow. Oh my gosh. That is ancient. That is like 23 years ago ancient. So I'm bringing back in the Calypso Coral, and sort of the same idea that we did on our coloring. I'm just adding the coral to the bottom, blending it lighter up towards the yellow. And this we're going to stick on with dimensionals. But before we do that, I'm going to kind of bend up the little textured bits here just to give that something to stick up with. Okay. It's kind of fun that you can do that. So we're going to kind of bend them back a little. Just kind of fun. Okay. So now with our dimensionals, we're going to throw that onto our cone flower and create that fun little card piece. Okay, this is going to go on like so. All right, how pretty is that? I know. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and build the card. So I have my leaves, and the leaves come with 2 layers, and then you have a stem. So again, we're kind of working with a lot of shading on this card because it just looks so lovely. But I love using blending brushes for shading because it just makes it so that I'm trying to figure out where these are going to go. They're going to go like that. It just makes it so that you have the look of being like a difficult project, but it's not difficult. You guys know it's not difficult to blend. This is like Rice Krispie crafting right here. They taste good, but it doesn't take a lot of effort to make Rice Krispies. Okay, so this is going to go on like that. There it is. Okay, and then, so once again, I'm going to just blend the bottom here. Kind of drag it up. It's going to go on like that. Same with this one. Okay, like that. Okay, lovely. Did I cut? Yes. Sorry, I didn't. Let me just cut it. So here is the base of your card. I just noticed I had green on my fingers. Okay. This little splatter, love a good splatter in a stamp set. So we're going to add that in and kind of splatter in the background. You're going to turn it at different angles. It's just going to make it look a little less contrived, a little more random. And then we're going to now start to assemble our little project. So we're going to stick this in here like so. And I'm just going to use my adhesive for that. And this is going to go on there. And again, we have this lovely, oh, I forgot to do the stem. Let's do it real quick. Okay, so now we can just tuck that right there. Love that. Okay, so we've got our glue. Just adding dot, dot, not a lot. Thanks, Missy Shipman, for that little saying. Makes me think of her every time I use glue. And we're gonna add that onto the project. And then same with our leaves. This one I'm gonna use dimensionals. You can tell it's a creative project by how messy my grid paper gets. Isn't that kind of fun though? That's the way it should be. I love that. I love a messy craft. I love a craft that makes me feel artistic, and one that has coloring and shading. That really does it for me. How about you? What's your favorite kind of crafting? Are you kind of meticulous in how you line things up, or do you like it to be a little messy and wonky and that kind of thing? Okay, even that out. Same thing over here. I think because a lot of my world is pretty tidy, like I really appreciate a tidy house, and so I love that I can be kind of messy in my crafting world. But if you've been to my studio, you know oh look at, I put this on upside down. If you come to my house, you see my studio does stay pretty clean. It never used to be that way, so if you think that that I am always tidy, no, I definitely had to train myself to clean up. Okay, so here we've got a couple of greetings. So these are all still from the same Coneflower celebrations. You need this. If you don't have it, you need to get it. And it says, I love that I've known you for so many birthdays. Great for an old friend. My aunt always says, you can't make old friends. You have to earn them. And I like that idea. And then I have here a little strip of white paper. So we're gonna stamp. I'm doing this maybe not the way I did it in practice, but I'm gonna do it differently. So I'm just lining them up because this is what was available to me at the time. And now I'm going to stamp, cut that. And I'm gonna cut that. Janice, you're the opposite. You like to be tidy when you craft. Okay, and then this one we're gonna cut across. For those of you who would like to take the snack, stick, and stamp class that's coming up next weekend, I can send it anywhere in Canada. So it's a virtual option. And then I have an in-person version as well, and it's going to be so fun. I have almost all the projects done. There's a couple of 3D projects and so many fun folds, and I'm really, really excited to share that with you. It's gonna be a good one. Okay, and we're gonna snack, right? So even if you have a virtual kit, I'm gonna mail you some snacks. And here we've got It's Your Day, okay? And then finally, I'm gonna bring in a sneak peek. So this is the Dewdrop embellishments, and these are just so pretty. They look like sea glass to me. And we're going to use our take your pick to add a little dewdrop. Wait, should we do it on the petal? Yeah, let's do it on the petal. I just flung it. Okay, and then we're going to add a couple of green to match with our leaves. So we can do 1, 2, and this guy wants to go on there. 3. Okay, so let me skip ahead here and just show you the matted one. So the one that we've added the extra paper to. But like, look at that. Oh, it's so cool. Do you like it? Yeah, I just think it's so much fun. And it's not like a open card. Like you can just do a little like, friend, love you, kind of thing. And then you could even add a little envelope on the back if you wanted to put a gift card or a photo or something. But I just think that's so much fun, and it's not difficult. So you've got our PYP card, and they're kind of both PYP cards, if I'm being honest. If I'm being humble, yeah, like so much fun with the coloring and then the highlighting. Oh, thank you for the hearts. I really appreciate it. Share this video with your friends. If you would like more information, visit my store at cloud9stampers.com. All of the information that I shared with you today is there. You will also be able to find my class form to be able to sign up, and you'll be able to find the link to my store to be able to shop in Canada. I hope you'll take advantage of the 2x rewards that are available until midnight tonight, March 17th. Such a great deal. Just a great way to be able to have some goodies waiting in the reserves for the new catalog that comes out May 5th. Yeah, so that you can spend your newly 20% goodies on new product next month. Have an amazing weekend, friends. I hope that you've enjoyed today's video. I hope you've enjoyed this bundle. Again, it's called Coneflower Celebrations. It's on the last chance list. I really feel like this is one that you're not going to want to miss out. Okay, bye for now.